Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Ansley and today I'm doing a reading vlog for Coraline by Neil Gaiman. I actually just finished this book and I'm not going to say anything about it now, but I will take y'all back to a few hours when I started this book. So let's get into the reading vlog. Hello everyone, I am here with my first update on Coraline. I'm on chapter 5. I'm about 47 pages through right now, and I am having a grand time with this book. I am loving it so far. So I got, my best friend gave me this actually, so shout out to her. I know you're watching this. This is the 10th anniversary edition of Coraline, and you can see, you kind of like can't tell, but there's this like shading where it looks like arms, and it's really cool. And then there's the glare is so horrible, I'm sorry, but the house, you can like see it's supposed to be like the house in the book, and then Coraline's on the front. I've been showing y'all like the little pictures throughout because this is illustrated, but I am having such a good time with this book. I'm about 47 pages in, almost 50 pages in. This book is only 150 pages long, so it is very short. My goal is to finish it by tonight and then rewatch the movie tonight, but basically let me tell you what's going on. So this version included a foreword by the author, like a special little message. And Neil Gaiman wrote about how like he started writing this book for his youngest daughter and then he just didn't finish it, so he finished it for his other daughter. And in the beginning, like it's dedicated, this book is dedicated to his daughters, and it says, "I started this for Holly, I finished it for Maddie," which is so cute and sweet. He also talks about the name Coraline was like a typo. It was supposed to be Caroline, but he accidentally spelled Coraline and just went with it, and I think that's amazing. So what has happened so far is Coraline and her family have moved to this new house. They moved to this house, this boring house, and it's kind of like the house in the movie is called the Pink Palace. This house isn't called the Pink Palace, but it's the same kind of thing, to where like they live in one level, and then there's a man, the weird man, and the rats that live above them, and then under them Miss Spink and Miss Forcible live, who are kind of like retired showgirls or actresses. So they live in the middle. Coraline and her family live in the middle, and basically what has happened so far is like Coraline has been talking to her parents, and you can really just tell like her parents are very busy and could not care less about like what is going on with their daughter right now. And she's kind of just bored, and she's going out and like exploring the world, and there's this well that Miss Forcible and Miss Spinks were like, "Don't go near this well." So of course she goes near the well. And then one day it's raining horrible, and she goes to her dad and she's like, "What? I'm so bored. Like, what am I supposed to do?" And he's like, "Go around the house and count all the doors and all the windows and everything that's blue." So she does that, and she goes around and she sees the door in the drawing room, and she's like, "Mom, what does that door go to?" So her mom goes and unlocks the door, and she opens the door, and it's just a brick wall. And her mom is like, "This door used to connect to the other flats in this house, but now since they rent them out separately, they bricked up the door." Coraline is like, "Okay, it's a brick door." And then she kind of like, she feels like a black figure come into her room that night and like lead her to the door, but she opens the door and it's still just a brick wall. And then she ends up opening the door again, and it's just like black, like all she sees is black, and she goes through it and she ends up in the other world. And while she's in the other world, she talks to the cat. The cat doesn't have a name that we've learned so far. She talks to her other parents, her other father and other mother, and then she talks to Miss Forcible and Miss Spink, and she watches their show, like where their faces open up and then like the younger versions of them jump out of their faces, and it's crazy. And she's in the audience with like all these dogs and stuff, which in the movie, that scene is really, really good in the movie. And then she sees rats like under her bed, and then all the rats like scatter out and they go to the old man upstairs, and they like go this is hard to explain, but the rats like go up his like pant legs and like his jacket, and they're like under his clothing, and she's like, that's kind of freaky. And then the cat is like the regular cat. He came through to the other world as well. And then after the show, Miss Forcible and Miss Spink's like show, she goes to see her other parents, and they're like, we really want you to stay, Coraline, like we really want you to like make this your home. And they're like, there's only one thing that you need to do to make this your home. And they have the little eyeball, the little button eyeballs, and they're like, you just need to sew these on your eyes and you can stay. And she's like, I don't know about that. So she doesn't do it, and she leaves, and her other parents are like, come back soon to your home. So that's where we are now. A lot has happened so far. I'm loving it. I have seen the movie twice. I believe the movie is amazing. I'm trying to finish this by tonight so that I can rewatch the movie. But yeah, I have my coffee here. I'm gonna turn on ambiance, and I'm just gonna keep reading, and I will have another update as soon as I hit another good stopping point. Hello everyone, it is sometime later. I'm currently on page 113, chapter like 9 or something. Okay, so I'm gonna update y'all about what's going on. It's getting crazy. I only have about like 50-ish pages left. So basically Coraline goes back to her house, right, her regular house, and her parents are not there. And she's like, she just acts like normal. She makes food, she goes to bed, and then she wakes up and her parents are still not there. And she's like, okay, the other mother took my parents. So she goes back through the door and she tells the other mother, she's like, where are my parents? I know you stole them. And her other mother gets really mad and she's like, what are you talking about? And then Coraline goes out to explore like this other world, and Coraline's other father is like, you shouldn't go out and explore because there's nothing else out there. Like the other mother didn't make anything else except for the house and like the garden and the people in the house. So she goes out to explore, and as she's exploring, like the world just turns white and like there's nothing there. And the cat shows up, and the cat tells Coraline, he's like, the other mother has never been challenged before, like you should challenge her. So Coraline goes to the other mother, they're talking. She makes the other mother mad. So the other mother locks her in the mirror. And in the mirror, there's the souls of these other 3 children that have died, and the other mother have fed on their souls. And they're like, you need to find our souls so we can move on from here. So Coraline gets out of the mirror, and she's like,
well, hello there.
Hello, AJ. My brother's gonna come in here.
Austin's brother has arrived.
Great. So then Coraline challenges the other mother, and she's like, if I can find the souls of these 3 children, then you should let me out. And the other mother's like, okay, if you can find the souls, like, then you can leave. So Coraline has currently found 2 of them, and then the other mother gave her this key, and she was like, you should go into this is the key to the other flat in this house. And she goes in, and there's this trap door in the ground, and she sees her other father like laying on the ground, and he's like hurt, and he's like, you need to leave. I can't fight off the other mother anymore, because the other mother sent Coraline there so that the other father could hurt her. But Coraline rips out his little button eyes, and so he can't hurt her anymore because he can't see her. Yeah, so that's where we are right now. She just left this flat that the other father was in, and now she has one more soul to find. One more. Will she do it? I hope so. So I finished it. I've officially finished Coraline. I just finished it. It's 160 pages. I've read this cover to cover for the whole day. It took me like 3-4 hours, I think, to finish this, and I'm giving it 5 stars. Oh my gosh, I loved this book. This book was so perfect. Like, I can see reading this in like middle school and being freaked out, but also after having seen the movie, like, I had really high expectations, and I definitely think that this book delivered on those expectations. This story is so unique. I love the ending. It was kind of different from the movie, and what happened is she found the last little marble that had the soul of one of the kids, and she like deceives the other mother, and she's like, I know where my parents are, they're in the doorway. And the other mother is like, no, they're not, I'll show you. And then as the other mother is opening the doorway with her key, Coraline runs and grabs the snow globe on the mantle because she knows that her parents are in there, because the snow globe is the only thing in this house that's different than her regular house, because there's no snow globe in her regular house. And so Coraline runs and grabs it, and then she runs to the door, throws the black cat at the mother's face so she can run out the door. So her and the cat and the 3 children and her parents, they run through the door, they make it through, and then once Coraline gets out of the other world, she falls asleep, and then her mother and father wake her up, and everything is back to normal. And then there's one weird thing going on, and the right hand of the other mother, because the other mother had told Coraline that she would play fair, and she swore on her right hand, and the other mother's right hand comes to this world and is trying to get the key. So Coraline sets up this picnic, but she puts the picnic blanket on top of the well. So the other mother's hand like runs up to grab it and then falls through to the well. Isn't that so cool? And then it ends, and I absolutely loved it. One thing that was different from the book, different to the movie, is Wybie wasn't in the book, which was crazy. I didn't realize that Wybie wasn't in the book. Wybie is in the movie. But yeah, I loved this book. I'm giving it 5 stars. The spooky vibes of this book were incredible. The just like the dark, gloomy, spooky, other mother, scary things going on vibes of this book were so good. I 100% recommend this. You can read this in one sitting. You can read it in a day. It's so easy to read. It's only 160 pages. The illustrations were so good. They were so beautiful. And there is one illustration at the very end. Let me show you. Because at the very end, Coraline goes to sleep and she can hear like these trumpets being played. And you just see the mice playing the trumpets, which is so cool, so fun. I loved this book. I flew through this book. I'm giving it 5 stars. I 100% recommend reading this book in October. I'm now going to rewatch the movie because it's been like, I think a year since I've seen the movie last. But yeah, I'm giving Coraline 5 stars. I loved it so much. Thank you guys for reading it with me. It was so fun. I'm so excited. And if you do decide to read this book, I hope you love it. I hope you give it 5 stars. And make sure to like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And I will see you guys in another video. Bye.